Boy was shocked to discover that the man gifting a $3 million handbag to his wife was actually his own father, who carried bricks at a construction site every day. The boy tugged at his mother's sleeve without thinking and asked her in disbelief, "Is that Dad?" But the woman didn't know how to respond. She had just found out herself that the husband who wouldn't even buy bottled water was actually a billionaire worth hundreds of billions. And just this morning she had bailed the man out of jail for being in debt. To scrape together the bail money, she used up all her savings and even collected bottles with her son every day. It took them over 2 weeks to save enough. After the man got out of jail, he saw how much his wife and son had suffered and swore he would work hard to give them a better life. But that kind of promise he had made countless times before. Yet shortly after coming home, he left again, saying he needed to earn money. Watching him walk away, the woman felt all her suffering had been worth it. But what she didn't know was that just a short distance from home, he took off his worker's clothes, revealing a custom suit worth tens of millions underneath. Then his wealthy wife Jessica appeared with their young son in tow. After kissing his son, Jessica asked the man irritably, "When will this poor man act of yours finally end?" It turned out the man was actually a billionaire who had chosen to experience the life of the poor and had spent years pretending to be a broke man deep in debt, watching his wife suffer the hardships of life with his own eyes, yet never once revealing his true identity. Even the whole jailed for debt story was a lie, just so he could reunite with Jessica. Even the bail money the woman scraped together was a sum he had calculated precisely, just what she could earn in a week by working herself to the bone. He enjoyed the full devotion of his poor wife while basking in the prestige and luxury from his rich wife. He thought he had kept it all perfectly hidden until he grew tired of his poor wife and simply disappeared, believing no one would ever find out. But what he didn't expect was that while he threw a grand party for Jessica's birthday, his other wife got a part-time job at that same luxury hotel as a server in the banquet hall, $1,000 for 3 hours of work. Thinking about the unpaid electricity and water bills, she didn't hesitate to bring her son along and go to work. But when she saw a familiar figure at the banquet, she felt dazed, unsure whether she was dreaming or awake. The man who couldn't even support his wife and son was now gifting Jessica a $3 million limited edition handbag. Even the backpack he bought their son was worth $1 million. He then publicly promised that anything his wife and son wanted, he would provide. The woman's heart shattered instantly. She didn't understand who this man really was or why he had another wife and child. The next second, Jessica gave her the answer. Tired of sharing her husband with another woman, Jessica firmly told the man, "If you really want to please me, then stop this ridiculous poor man game right now." The man's friend immediately stepped in, saying they weren't done having fun yet. Then he showed Jessica a secret video they had taken of the woman collecting bottles to bail the man out of jail. A burst of laughter erupted from the group, as if the woman's love was the biggest joke they'd ever seen. At that moment, the woman finally understood that all the hardships she had faced in life were just part of the man's carefully crafted script. But when the man saw the woman being harassed by thugs, he couldn't help but scowl. Jessica noticed his change in mood and immediately questioned if he had fallen for the poor woman. In order to save face, the man denied all the years of love they'd shared and even mocked her for being poor and shabby, saying she wasn't even worthy of shining his shoes. Only Jessica and their son deserved his love and devotion, and he would only spend money on them. Those words from the man completely shattered all of the woman's love for him. On the way home, the woman couldn't help asking her son, "If your dad and I split up, who would you want to stay with?" The boy thought for a moment and then asked her, "Can we wait one more day for Dad? He promised he'd take me to my competition tomorrow." Seeing how reluctant her son was, the woman decided to give her husband one last chance. If he could show up on time tomorrow for the event, she would. For the sake of their son having a complete family, choose to swallow everything and forgive. Until midnight, the man finally came home. Seeing the woman standing alone in the living room, he pretended to be concerned and asked if she'd been harassed. Then he feigned guilt and said, "It's all my fault dragging you and our son down with me crammed into this shabby little place." But the woman no longer wanted to watch his performance. She simply reminded him coldly, "You promised to take our son to the competition tomorrow, don't forget." Upon hearing this, the man swore again he would definitely go. But the next day, the woman and her son discovered that the man was with Jessica and their son instead. At her son's urging, the woman called the man and asked him where he was. The man lied without hesitation, saying he was on the construction site and would come back right after work. The woman was utterly devastated. She immediately called her brother and said she regretted marrying the man and now just wanted to take her son and go home. Her brother agreed without hesitation and even arranged for them to relax by sending them on a vacation to a private island. Right after the woman and her son left, the teacher on stage announced that the winner of the competition was none other than the woman's son, John. Hearing the name, the man was stunned. Only then did he realize that his eldest son, John, was also attending this school.